Hello everyone, I am Dattatreya Nikam. Welcome you all on our channel eFunda. New day, new topic. And today's topic is hazardous area classification. What you need to know series part 10A. Part 10 is already created and published on our channel where we have covered hazardous area classification, basic introduction and selection of equipment. In today's part 10A, we are covering hazardous area classification, recommended protection method, other classification and certification. If you are new to our channel, then watch our complete engineering video series related to technical topic and don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Let's begin with our today's topic, that is hazardous area classification, recommended practice of protection method, other classification and certification. As mentioned earlier, hazardous area classification topic we are covering in a series. Out of that, hazardous area classification, basic introduction and selection of equipment part 10 is already published on our channel, and hazardous area classification, recommended protection method and other classification and certification part 10A, that will be this video, we are covering in detail. Moving on to recommended protection method. For that, one should have a clear understanding on a marking. For that, we are going to see IEC marking. One can see in a figure where IEC markings are shown: EXD2CT6. E is the explosion protected methods are shown. D is the type of protection, that is flame proof. Then second is group 2, that is surface work. Group 1 is underground work. C is the gas subdivision, that is group C, that is hydrogen. T6, that is the temperature class, that is the maximum temperature of 85 degree. This is how the basically markings are required to be done on the equipment, and one should understand. Then we are moving on to understanding the various types of terminologies used in this marking. Out of that, we are starting with the main IEC protection technique summary. EXD, flame proof enclosure or equipment. In this, internal explosion is confined by solid and a flame tied enclosure installation, that is EXD. Cable entry or a conduit system or EXE terminal, which is marked by marking EXDB2CT6. One can see in a below figure how the flame proof protection or enclosure is shown. This symbol is applicable in zone 1, contains internal explosion, control external temperature of a enclosure, similar of NEC, that is explosion proof. Increased safety enclosure. Electrical apparatus produces no spark in a normal operation and is conservatively designed to reduce changes of abnormal occurrences which could cause a spark of a temperature with sufficient energy to ignite a specific flammable atmosphere. One can see the representation of increased safety in a figure where applicable is for zone 1, high impact resistance enclosure, FRP, GRP, sheet steel, aluminium, will not hold static charge, use off-road components only, control internal and external temperature, maintain minimum of IP54 protection, IP we will see separately, no arcs and no spark. Prevention of a ignition source by fail-safe design, only simple electric components are being used. Marking EXET4, intrinsic safety, limitation of energy stored in the electrical circuit, simple apparatus or associated apparatus, safety barriers. One can see in a figure the representation of intrinsic safety IA and IB type, where IA is applicable for zone 0 and 1, IB is a zone 1, incapable of releasing enough energy to cause an explosion. Installation, considering the safety values and required clearances. Advantages: hot plugging for EXIA, IB, IC without permission in the hazardous area. Marking is EXIA2CT4. This is how the intrinsic safe design is achieved. EXP, pressurized apparatus with a protective gas, air or inert gas installation, purge and pressure control shutdown devices. Dynamic pressurization or pressurization by continuous circulation of a protective gas. Purging DP is a method of maintaining pressure in an enclosure, one can see in a figure below, in which after purging the protective gas is passed continuously through the enclosure at a pressure above that of a specified minimum and discharged to outside atmosphere. Static pressurization or pressurization with leakage compensation, air supplied and pressurized continuously from a non-hazardous area to avoid ingress of flammable gases vapor inside the enclosure. One can see the representation of this pressurized apparatus P, applicable for zone 1, expels ignitable vapor gas, maintain positive enclosure pressure, and markings are EEXPT5. EXN, non-sparking apparatus, that is a non-incentive circuit, may contain component which spark under normal operation, but the energy released by such component limited in a normal operation to value incapable of causing ignition. One can see in a below figure, non-sparking representation is applicable for zone 2. Equipment has no normally arcing parts, thermal effects incapable of ignition. NA is a non-sparking, NR is a restricted breathing, NC is a hermetically sealed non-incentive devices. Moving on to type of protection for zone application. Refer below table where equipment code, description and suitable zones are defined. One can see whatever the protection methods we have seen are listed and identified in the table. Please refer table and study carefully so as to understand the applicable protection, their description and suitability of their application with respect to applicable zone. EXIA, IB, IC, that is applicable. IA is applicable for 0, 1 and 2 zone, whereas IB is applicable to zone 1 and zone 2. IC is applicable only for zone 2. EXD is a flame protection, is applicable for zone 1 and zone 2. EXP, that is a purge pressurized protection, is applicable for zone 1, zone 2. EXPX, that is a purge protection PX, zone 1 and zone 2. PY is zone 1, zone 2. PZ is for only zone 2. Increased safety, that is EXE, applicable for zone 1 and zone 2. Encapsulation, that is M, is applicable for zone 1, zone 2. MA, MB are respectively zone 1, zone 0, zone 2 and zone 1 and zone 2. EXO, that is oil immersion, is applicable for zone 1 and zone 2. This is how the tables is defined. Similarly, we have identified IEC applicable standard, that is IEC 60079, electrical apparatus for explosive gas atmosphere, and various parts are also identified and listed here. One should study this standard so as to understand the protection method for zones standards. For better understanding of applicable IEC codes and standard summary, we have used the table, and thanks to courtesy, that is MTL instrument, where we have listed down all the protection method, applicable IEC standard, their categories and their remarks, so that one can refer this table, study carefully and have a good understanding on protection methods related to hazardous area classification. Moving on to ingress protection, that is IP. Ratings have been developed by the European Committee for Electrotechnical Standardization, that is CENELEC. NEMA IEC 60529, degree of protection provided by enclosure, that is IP codes and their ratings. Refer below tables where one can see ingress protection numbers and description of their first digit and second digit. 0, that is a no protection, first digit and second digit. We will go through order given in the table. IP1, that is a object greater than 50 mm for first digit, vertically dripping water, that is for the second digit. So as one can go through the table, that is object greater than 12 mm, similarly angle dripped water, 3 object greater than 2.5, sprayed water, 4 number, 1 mm object greater than, and splash water, dust protected, water jet, dust tight, heavy seas. First digit 7 is not defined, and second digit is effective immersion up to 1 meter. First digit is not defined at 8, and second digit is indefinite immersion. And for better understanding, one can refer the another sketch where IP65 is defined. First digit is a dust tight, and second digit, that is 5, as the water resist low pressure jet of this water. This is how the ratings are being defined for in-gas protection. NEMA ratings enclosure may be tested to determine their ability to prevent the ingress of the liquid and the dust. Refer below table where one can correlate the NEMA ratings and IP correlation, and in another table one can refer the type of NEMA and their description and use are defined in the table. Please study the table carefully for better understanding of NEMA. For better understanding of equipment marking, one can refer below figure where the equipment marking tables are provided, ATEX and IEC and Senelec type. Where in a text table one can see the marking C0999EX21G, and their description can be seen below, where each part or marking is defined to indicate their meaning and their uses and their details. Similarly, in IEC and Senelec also, the markings are done based on the gas and dust grouping, where one can refer the designation marking for this equipment certification, and their details of each marking is provided below. Alternatively, one can refer to the MTL flammable facts posters where all the details are provided in detail. Please study this table carefully so as to have understanding on the equipment marking. Understanding of typical equipment markings, we have provided two markings. One can see the left hand side where name, address of the manufacturer are to be required to be mentioned. CE marking and number of notifies body responsible for production of the equipment, series or type of the designation, specific marking of explosive protection, that is EX, equipment group and their category, type of explosive, atmosphere, G gases, D vapor or dust is defined. Right hand side, gas group and temperature class, protection concept, that is EX, D, E or I type is required. Ambient temperature range, then ambient temperature, if it is not marked, it's understanding, that is -20 to -40 degrees Celsius. Other essential information required based on the client specification, year and manufacturing of the serial number. Right hand side figure, one can see the ATEX marking where the name of the manufacturer is essential, CE marking and identification number of the notified body if the body is involved in the production or control phase. And the right hand side ICEX marking, one can see EXDE2C T4GB, ambient temperature ranges are also provided, and the certificate number. This is how the typically equipments are marked for the hazardous area classifications. Certification process. All electrical equipment intended for use in a potentially explosive atmosphere should be certified as suitable for such use. The user of the equipment can then refer to this certificate to enable him to safely put into service in a zone appropriate to the certification. North American practices, Factory Mutual, that is FM, Underwriters Laboratories, UL and Canadian Standard Association CSA. The product is marked with the certification details such as a gas group A, B, C, D and the area of use, that is a class 1 division 1. FM, UL and CSA certification markings can be seen from the pictures below. European practices. European approval agencies in Europe and Asia Pacific are as follows: United Kingdom, BASIFA; Germany, PTB; France, LCIE; Australia, SAA; Japanese, JTIISA. This is how the certification process works, and North American and European practices can be seen. Now we are at the last slide of our today's topic, where this hazardous area classification, which we have covered in part 10 and part 10a. The summary extract is provided in tabulated format for better understanding and easy reference, where we have created separate table for North American approvals, NEMA enclosure rating, European and Asia specific approvals, where classes, divisions and gas grouping, as well as type of protection, temperature ranges and their maximum surface temperatures are also indicated. With this, we are concluding on our today's topic, and hope this hazardous area classification series will help you to better understand the classifications of hazardous area and their applicability with respect to your application or a process or based on the client requirement. And if you are new to our channel, please see all engineering related videos which we have created as part of the eFunda team, and don't forget to like, share and subscribe to our channel to get latest updates and reviews on various subjects. And keep watching eFunda. Thanks.